Elon Musk just lost a lot of money. Also, besides Elon Musk, Apple is making some big moves when it comes to cryptocurrency, or at least some big announcements. They got people kind of wondering what's going on. So, I'm going to talk about what Elon Musk did to murder Tesla stock in one day. I'm going to talk a little bit about Apple. So, get comfortable, buckle up your seatbelt. We're going to get started on the Black Financial Channel right now. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Black Financial Channel. This is theblackfinancialchannel.com. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins. I am your friendly neighborhood finance professor. On the Black Financial Channel, we talk about Black economics and Black wealth every single day, sometimes as much as 10 times a day under one condition. The condition is that you have to accept the fact that I am Black first. I represent my community first. I represent my people first. And Blackness it must come before everything else. Black wealth is the only kind of wealth as far as I'm concerned. With that said, give me a yes or no. How many of you know anything about Tesla stock? If you've been following Tesla, maybe you're an owner of Tesla stock. At the very least, you should be following Elon Musk. He's one of the most interesting white people out here today, and he's doing some interesting stuff. So Elon Musk is a guy who happens to be the richest man on earth. But he kind of has this interesting political disposition where he's a little bit of a populist. So he's extremely cool. A lot of people love him, but also there are people on Capitol Hill and other places that can't stand Elon Musk because he has so much money. And one of America's biggest problems right now is economic inequality. Well, Elon Musk just made an announcement recently where he actually went to Twitter to ask, and this is in the middle of a huge debate about capital gains taxes and whether or not billionaires like Musk should pay more in taxes. Well, if you want to know my short answer, the Dr. Boyce interpretation, whether or not billionaires like Elon Musk should pay more taxes, the answer is absolutely hell yes. The reason your government is in such horrible financial shape is partly because we have structured our tax laws to be heavily biased in favor of investors and owners of wealth. That's why I've told you all, like Tamara says, happy to catch you, Dr. Boyce. Well, I love you too, sister. So great to see you as well. And one of the things I've told Black folks for a long time is you got to start investing. You got to own assets. You got to acquire things. That is how you can reduce your tax burden. That is the way America's built. I didn't build it. I'm just teaching you how to respond to it. So Elon Musk pretty much murdered Tesla stock today. I'm going to read a little bit of the article to you. He took a Twitter poll to find out if anybody wanted him to sell his stock. And I think he did it in response to the debate over whether or not billionaires should pay taxes before they actually realize their capital gains. A realization of capital gains means that you sold the asset and then you pay taxes on it. And there are people who think you should pay taxes on realized capital gains only. Some people think you should pay taxes on unrealized capital gains, because one of the things that rich people have done for a very long time is they will buy assets and they'll just own the assets forever. And they do something called invest, borrow, and die, which is where they will invest a lot of money, own a lot of assets, and then they will borrow against those assets to get their living expenses. And then they die and they pass those assets to their children. So if you're sitting on a bunch of land that is worth a ton of money and your family bought that farm 50 years ago, you could have a situation where your tax bill is minimal, because there are different ways that wealthy people can pass their assets on without paying much in tax. So I encourage you to get hip to some of those rules so you can make it work in your favor. So Elon Musk, in response to all this conversation about whether or not billionaires should pay capital gains taxes before they realize their capital gains, he did a poll. And on Twitter, he said, should I sell 10% of Tesla stock? Now, originally, there was a conversation about Elon Musk helping to solve the world hunger problem, which I think is great. I hope he does it. I hope he does. I mean, come on, man. I mean, if you could write a check for $5 billion, $10 billion and save a few million lives, why shouldn't you do that? Why wouldn't you do that? What's the problem? What's the issue? Why are you sitting on $300 billion when there are people starving to death? I will never understand that. I do not get that. It does not make any sense to me. But hey, who am I? I'm just a guy talking smack on the internet. But I do think that people living is more important than people having like an extra Mercedes Benz or an extra mansion. Elon Musk, it says here on Tech Times, Elon Musk's Twitter poll about selling 10% of his Tesla stock has shown that more than 50% of the participants think he should sell the stock. At the time, as of press time, 57.9% of the Twitter polls respondents support the idea of him selling 10% of his stock. 42.1% of respondents do not support it. Musk owns 193 million shares of Tesla. Let me say that again, 193 million shares of Tesla, which is about 20% of the total shares. The current market cap of Tesla is $1.22 trillion as of the time of this writing. This was before the dip. So I want y'all to, let's do some baby math right quick. Somebody write in the chat, what is 20% of 1.2 trillion? Can somebody tell me what 20% of 1.2 trillion is? I need y'all to really process how fat and how humongous that number is, how sickeningly large that is. What is about 20% of 1.22 trillion? Write it in the chat. Well, let me give you the answer. The answer is $244 billion. $244 billion, and that is his Tesla investment alone. That does not include all of the real estate that he has. That doesn't include all the other assets, the other investments he's made, other ventures he's involved with. It doesn't include SpaceX. Includes none of that. SpaceX I think is worth $100 billion too. By the way, I got to double check that, but I believe SpaceX is. Let me see, because they just recently did another round of funding or something. Let me see market cap of SpaceX, because don't forget, Elon Musk also is a big owner in SpaceX. Yeah, SpaceX just cost $100 billion. Tesla has a market value of over $1 trillion. So Elon Musk is a shining example of how smart guys are now getting all the money. That's why I encourage you to raise your kids to be smart, because we know that black ignorance is a $1 trillion industry, and there are plenty of people who make money off your kids when they're ignorant. But I want your kids to make money for themselves by being smart. So be smart. Don't be ignorant. Raise smart kids. Let's not throw more dumbasses out in the street. So with that said, anyway, let me keep going. I'm being silly here. Hit the thumbs up button. Take 1 second, please. Please hit the thumbs up button right now. Also, if you want to get started with investing, there's a free training I put together at firstshareofstock.com. If you go to firstshareofstock.com, you can get on our email list. I will email you damn near every day. So be ready for it, but I want you to be overflowed with information. I want you to be overflowed with Black love and Black intelligence. I believe if you mix Black love, Black intelligence, and Black excellence, you get what I call Black magic. And so that's what our goal is. Our goal is to make magical Black people by making us the smartest people in the world. So firstsharestock.com is a place you can get started. So here it says that basically with this poll, over half the respondents wanted Musk to go ahead and sell his stock. So in another part of the thread, Musk said that he will abide by the results of the poll, whichever way it goes. And according to Forbes, the Tesla CEO, Musk, owns 193.3 million shares, which is about 20.7% of the company. Does he have a cash salary? Well, given his position as Tesla CEO and the number of shares in his company that he owns, does Musk receive a salary or bonus? He says no. In another subsequent tweet, Musk clarified that he does not receive a cash salary or bonus. I only have stock. Thus, the only way for me to pay taxes personally is to sell stock. So he says that he pays no taxes. I mean, think about this. Isn't this crazy, right? This guy is the richest man in the world, and he literally doesn't even pay taxes. Like, he's literally saying right there. And I think it's great that he's admitting this and helping people understand this, that literally by virtue of the fact that he just lives off of his assets, he lives off of his investments, this man does not pay taxes. There are people who work every day, who get up and go to work and work their butts off, who pay a ton of taxes. And so that's the problem with America. A lot of the taxes are not paid by the rich people. Taxes are paid by the poor people. Taxes are paid by the people who get the paycheck every day. So don't let your people sort of trap you into that paycheck culture, because then you're going to be paying all the taxes while rich people get the benefits. So here's more to the story. According to CNBC, Tesla stock closed down 11.99% today on Tuesday, extending losses for a second day after CEO Elon Musk over the weekend proposed selling 10% of his shares in the electric vehicle business. The drop is on pace to be the largest of the year for the stock and comes after a fall of nearly 5% on Monday, tempering a mostly upward trend for the year. Overall, Tesla shares are up more than 47% for 2021 and have more than doubled from 1 year ago as the company reported improved automotive margins and navigated a chip shortage to ramp production while competitors faltered. Current and former board members include Chairwoman Robin Denholm, Elon Musk's brother Kimball, Ira emphasis, etc. That's not interesting to me. Musk was awarded a hefty options package as part of a CEO performance plan in 2012. Because he doesn't take a salary or cash bonus, his wealth comes from those stock awards and gains in Tesla's share price. In 2012, the 2012 award was for 222.8 million shares at a strike price of $6.24 a share. Whoa! What? That's so funny. Oh my God. Did y'all catch that? Did y'all hear that? Oh my God, I'm laughing right now. The strike price. The strike price is the price at which the options kick in. The strike price is the price that the stock has to go past for you to start getting paid, right? An option means you have the right to buy the shares at a certain price, and then you can sell them on the market for whatever price they're worth. So what made me laugh, the reason I laughed, so those of y'all who understand options know why I laugh. And those who don't understand, it's okay, I'll explain it to you real quick. But basically, what they're saying is that he received these options that basically state that as long as the stock price is above $6.24 a share, then he can exercise those options. That means he gets to go and he has a right to buy 22 million shares at least of Tesla stock at $6 and something cents per share. That's big. That's huge. That's a lot of, that's worth billions and billions and billions of dollars because the stock is worth over $1,000. So imagine if you could buy something for $6.24 and then flip it. You want to talk about a flip? Ain't no dope dealer in the history of all dope dealers ever done a flip like that. Like, you know, where you can literally take something for $6.24 and flip it for $1,000 a piece. That's what Elon Musk is able to do because of the amazing deal that he made when he became the CEO of Tesla. I give props to him. He bet on himself. Good for him. Good for him. And by the way, if you want to learn more about stock options, I have a masterclass at stockoptionsmasterclass.com. So feel free to go take a look if you'd like to dig in and learn how options work and stuff like that. So stockoptionsmasterclass.com. We did a whole intensive weekend and it's great content. So feel free to go take a look. So basically the reason Tesla stock dropped was because people follow the leader. There's what they call a herding effect when it comes to stock prices, and the herding effect is basically where people copy what other people do. They follow the leader. They copy what the leader does. And Elon Musk is a financial leader, and so when they saw Musk selling his shares, then a lot of people just naturally, just by instinct, say, "Hey, if he's selling, I'm selling too." Right? Because they don't know what's going on with Tesla. They don't know what the future of Tesla looks like. Elon Musk sees the inside of Tesla, not them. And let me show you a picture. This really interesting looking guy right here is a very nice man by the name of David Hirschleifer. And Professor David Hirschleifer, I don't know where he is right now. I don't know what he's doing right now. Let me look it up. He is listed as an American economist, and he is a professor of finance at USC right now. So it looks like he's got some really fancy official appointment there, and he deserves it because he's super smart. He got his PhD at the University of Chicago. Now, the reason I put this funny looking white dude on the picture is because David Hirschleifer is the reason that you now call me Dr. Boyce Watkins. He's part of the reason. He was on my dissertation committee along with another guy by the name of Professor Andrew Caroli and a guy named Jayanta Sen. And David Hirschleifer is coming to mind today because one of the things that he's become a world leading expert on is something that they call the herding effect. Investors herd, investors follow the leader. Investors, to some extent, collectively are a little bit sheepish, where they will kind of follow what other people are doing. And so ultimately, what you saw here with Elon Musk was that when Elon Musk said, "I'm selling 10% of my shares, I'm getting out of the game," well, guess what? Millions of other people follow the leader. They followed him, you know, like a pack of sheep, and said, "Well, if he's dumping his shares, then I'm dumping my shares too." And truth be told, my God, I mean, Tesla stock has been on fire for the entire year. And what's interesting is that there are very few assets out here that I see that are more controversial among investing experts than Tesla. And so really, if you want to know my thinking, if you're a believer in Tesla, if you like Elon Musk, if you like the vision of Tesla, if you think Tesla can do well, then take advantage of what the sheep have been doing. The sheep have been letting go of their Tesla shares. The price dropped by 12%. If you felt that the price last week or the price 3 or 4 days ago was the legitimate price, then maybe go buy you some Tesla. This might be a good chance to buy. But then again, if you see the sale of Elon Musk shares as an indicator that Tesla might not be worth what people thought it was, then maybe you want to follow the sheep and jump off the cliff. Now, do me a favor, everybody. Take 1 second, please, and hit the thumbs up button, hit the thumbs up, share, subscribe button if you haven't done it yet. And let me go ahead and block some people out. By the way, I want to warn you guys, there are fake people who come into the chat, who invite you into their inbox, who tell you, I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins, inbox me. I want to get you in on the special investment club crypto thing I got going on WhatsApp. I do not have a WhatsApp. I do not, or better yet, I think I have one, but I don't use it. How about that? And so ultimately, if anybody invites you in to make an investment with me and you think it's me, it ain't me. It ain't me. Okay. I don't do that. I don't dip in nobody's DMs. I got a wife, man. I can't be sliding in nobody's DM. So I just want to do that public service announcement because I heard that some people lost thousands of dollars investing with people that they thought were me. It ain't me. It ain't me. All right. So let me keep going. Let me tell you about another little interesting thing that's been going on, interesting development. Apple's CEO, Tim Cook, has been making some interesting comments about crypto. They've been it's interesting. Like whenever a company like Apple even says the word Bitcoin or says the word crypto, you got to pay attention. And so I read up on it because, as you know, Bitcoin's been on fire. Bitcoin hit 68,000. I'm gonna look at the price right now to see where Bitcoin is. I'm a big believer in Bitcoin. I've been telling you guys that for a while. And right now I'm looking at the price of Bitcoin. It looks like Bitcoin is at 66,926. So it's taken a little bit of a dip, but it's gone up 7% this week, 24% this month, 336% this year. So here's what I believe. I mentioned this to you. I'm screaming it from the rooftops. I believe Bitcoin is a winner. I believe Ethereum is a winner. I buy it every week because I believe that these are winners. And Apple CEO Tim Cook, I'm reading from CNBC. Tim Cook said he personally owns cryptocurrency after he was asked at a New York Times DealBook conference if he owns Bitcoin or Ethereum. He said, I do. I think it's reasonable to own it as part of a diversified portfolio. I agree 100%. He says, I'm not giving anyone investment advice, by the way. Cook said that he has been interested in the cryptocurrency for a while and that he's been researching the topic. However, Cook said that his interest was from a personal point of view and dismissed suggestions that Apple might take cryptocurrency in exchange for products as tender. Cook also rejected the possibility of Apple buying cryptocurrency with corporate funds as an investment. I wouldn't go invest in crypto, not because I wouldn't invest my own money, but because I don't think people buy Apple stock to get exposure to crypto. In August, Cook received 5 million shares of Apple stock worth $750 million. He will get additional grants of Apple stock through 2026. So here's the deal. I'm going to just tell y'all like this. I think that what he said is a bunch of crap. I really do. I mean, I don't believe him. I don't believe him. I really believe that Tim Cook and Apple are probably in the backdrop plotting something that is absolutely epic when it comes to the crypto space and particularly maybe things like the metaverse. Like they're probably inventing time machines in the back of in the back office somewhere. Seriously, like Apple is so cutting edge. It is hard for me to imagine on any level Apple missing out on the metaverse revolution. And if you believe in metaverse, then you must believe in crypto. You cannot, in my view, believe that all this talk, Mark Zuckerberg, has gone all in with metaverse. He changed the name of Facebook to Meta, right? We know that, right? It's hard for me to imagine people not being all in on the metaverse without also understanding that crypto will be a huge part of the metaverse. It's like crypto's already there. Like crypto's already in the metaverse, and we're just kind of adding extra technology on top of that. So that's why I would argue that whatever Tim Cook just said, I think is a bunch of crap. I think he's lying. I think that Apple's got some crazy stuff going on. To start, things like driverless cars. I think Apple's I don't think they're going to have an Apple car, or they're going to lay the technology for something or whatever. I also believe that they're going to be a big player in the metaverse. The metaverse is coming. It's very real. Everybody's planning for it. and crypto is going to be a part of that. That's another reason why I believe that crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Engine Coin, Cardano. I believe all these cryptos are going to just skyrocket in value over the next several years because the metaverse is just beginning. Zuckerberg's announcement that he's going all in on the metaverse should be something to just kind of let you know that this is what the big boys are talking about. Tim Cook is just being conservative, but I don't believe him for one bit that crypto is just a fun little experiment for him. I believe that crypto will be deeply integrated into Apple's strategy going forward at some point on some level. Okay, so that's it. But just the fact that he even spoke about crypto, I'm really curious to see if that moves the price of Bitcoin a little bit further. I think that simply talking about it can increase and accelerate institutional adoption. And as I mentioned to you guys before, the institutional adoption of Bitcoin and Ethereum is what's going to move that price. Okay. So anyway, guys, what are those coins again, King Hayes? I mentioned Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, Engine Coin, ENJIN, and also there's another one, Polkadot, that I looked into. But there's a lot of them out there, but those are some of the ones that come to mind right now. All right. So, and by the way, we do have a crypto investing club if you're interested. So if you go to theblackcryptoclub.com, we actually have crypto experts that come together once a month and work with you. In fact, this month we have a sister named Carla Ballard coming through. Carla has worked with crypto billionaires. She was at the All Black National Convention, and Carla Ballard, you should Google her. She was actually showing, I didn't know she was going to do this, but Carla Ballard, I should give props to Carla Ballard because at the All Black National Convention, right there in the event, she literally she showed everybody how to mint an NFT. Like right there inside the event. I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know you could mint an NFT just on the spot. So she was doing things like that. Jamar Dot Montgomery is also involved as well. He's like, I think he went to college when he was like 10 years old or something. So Doc is like a genius. And so we have a lot of really smart people that are involved with our crypto space. So if you're interested in joining our crypto investing club, feel free to go to theblackcryptoclub.com. You can actually do a trial. And here's a picture of Carla Ballard in case you want to just Google her or something. She's a smart black lady and super cool and very nice. All right. So anyway, hit the thumbs up button, hit the thumbs up, share, subscribe button. And I will talk to you guys soon. And please have a wonderful day. God bless you. And I hope you make an absolute $1 trillion in investing. Be consistent. You're going to be great. I love you. Peace.